Now that you're back though, and you have this knowledge of the game, right? Let's drop some jewels for the young dudes though. Because now you're in a leadership position. At one time you had to follow. You were a part of the hit squad, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But now, being that hip hop evolves and the youth wants to get into the culture, now you bring a bit of knowledge with it.
Mm-hmm.
What is the most important lesson somebody has to learn when they want to get into hip hop for the first time?
The first lesson, I would say, if you're a writer, you have to do your paperwork. All right, your writing, because you got a lot of biters out here. Your writing aspect, you know what I mean. You need to get your publishing, BMI or ASCAP. Do the poor man copyright, but you know it's 2020. You shouldn't be doing that. But if you really don't have the money, you can mail it to yourself. Just don't open it. You know what I'm saying? And keep it for purposes. But you have to cover your aspect of writing. If you're talented or whatever you do, if you're creating, you have to patent whatever you create. If you make a prototype, you have to patent that. Make sure you cover yourself paper-wise. Have a paper trail. You know? And that's more important right now for all the artists. Paperwork is very important. Your rights, your copyrights, your publisher, that's very important. If you're looking for streams and you want to be worldwide and you want that to come back, you have to have your stuff set up properly.
So now check this out, Kyle. I'm glad you said that. When you were coming in the game, no one taught anybody that. That was all, yeah, get a deal. We'll sign you, we'll give you money. And, right. and even the most hurtful thing I've seen was the contracts that Sam Cooke and the Marvelettes and Otis Redding.
That's that old business.
That contract is the same contract they were using in the game in the 90s and early 2000s when people were getting signed. So it was a lot of rape. And the lock said, watch the rape. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
Now look, you have the ability now to lead the next generation into being better than the rape. Now you're telling people to brand to get their paperwork correct. How has Nocturnal been made better as an artist since he got his own brand and now he has his paperwork correct?
Like I can get checks. Like, see, there's a little difference because I came in the game. I had a professional manager, Paris Smith. So there's a difference when you have a street dude who's managing and you just rap. You don't know nothing. But if your manager don't know anything, you're being pulled in wrong directions. And sometimes people seek out other people to show them the way. But if you had, let's say if you had a manager or your homeboy that wanted to manage you, he don't know nothing about music. Is he doing his homework? Is he understanding the paper side and all that? Because there's a business side to the music, you know, and it's hard. You can do it yourself, but you have to invest in the time to read stuff, go to like they had One Plaza. They had like a little publishing ASCAP thing. We used to go to New York and just, you know, they used to have a little conferences on your paperwork and your publishing and stuff like that. You have to read and apply what you have knowledge of. Apply it to yourself or apply it to your business or collectively, you know, like split sheets when you're doing a collaboration. It ain't just, yo, I want you to jump on this. What happened to the split sheet? What happened to the business aspect? You know what I'm saying? So you learn, you live and you learn. These are life lessons though, because it's never a loss. Oh, yeah, it's never an L. It's all learning. You turn that L to a learning life lesson. 3 L's. Word. Learning life lessons. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And this is every day. This is supposed to be a part of your everyday. Just learning life, listening to life lessons and stuff like that. So read more. If you get into it, get into it. For the old new generation, I'm not saying do your homework. You don't have to. If you was born 2003, I ain't expecting you to go to 1988. I'm not expecting that. I never said that, you know. A lot of OGs like, oh, they don't do their homework. I get it, but I'm not going back to the 60s. You know what I'm saying? I'm a 71 baby, but I'm not going to the 70s and listen to, you know, none of that music. I go from where I go and get my energy and my inspiration from. So that's what I'm telling the new generation is doing the same thing that we did. It's learning. If you're into something, dive in it, get in the books, don't be afraid of the paperwork or reading, or just, you know what I'm saying, getting the information, seeking the information. Seek the information and you will find, and you'll have a better, a more lucrative come up, you know, as you producing. And sometimes you have to do stuff on the arm to get your name out, exposure. This is all things you have to weigh in. I did a show for free. I'm not, man, I need the exposure. I'm not too big to say, hey, I'm Nocturnal, but hey, I need the exposure too. I ain't even off no wave. I waive that fee. You know what I'm saying? Because I need it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna help me out in the long run.
Yeah, that's playing the what's it called? Equal value key. That's EVK. Everybody who doesn't know, that's a jewel. Equal value key. You know what I'm saying? And look, being that you said that though, heritage hip hop is really big on artists owning their own brand. We do not want anybody owning you. You see what I'm saying? And branding is now something that's more key in hip hop today than it ever was before. Mm-hmm. Now that Nocturnal is a brand, how do you protect your brand so people don't basically destroy your character, your name, or your product?
Well, you got to copyright and trade everything. I have a problem out here right now. Everybody know I'm the original Nocturnal. There's 3 other Nocturnals out. So I don't, you know, legally, I was on wax first, and it's proven. So if we go in the court of law, everything is proven through a date, and you know what you said, what's on your computer is actually can be used as evidence and stuff of that nature. So all you have to look at is history. But now, because I don't have nobody to check to. I don't have to ask PMD, could I or should I? You know what I mean? Now I can do what I want. You know what I mean? I don't have to check in with nobody. I'm my own boss. You know what I mean? And that's what I think, rightfully, you know, if I would have got signed through him, I would have been my own boss. But how many years that would have been? You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. My whole thing is, peace to Paris Smith, because he gave me that opportunity. Peace to PMD, peace to EPMD. You know what I mean? I always want to keep that alive. But Nocturnal is his own boss, and now I'm about to boss up and level up. I have Workhorse is a brand. Workhorse Music Group is a brand, and it's under that music group is under the Enterprise. It was Workhorse Enterprise and it was Workhorse Music Group. That's me and my brother. We didn't want to split the company, but he operates under the Enterprise, and I operate under the Music Group umbrella, and we both fitted in, and it's a good thing because I was signed and out there. He wasn't, but he never stopped doing hip hop and making beats and stuff like that. So I got a younger brother that's out there, Wise Most. He's just as dope as I am, but we got to brand that and then bring the army with us, man. I have mutants, they calling me Young Charles, man. Prepare for that Young Charles album coming out.
Yeah, shout out to Wise Most. He always posted some crazy, his post is crazy with the family and the music. I love it, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to him, you know what I mean? But we're going to get into the music on the next part, but I want to ask you this. Now that you're in control, tell the people what they can't get from you, because it seems like whenever you're putting something out, somebody always wants to put their hand in the bag. Tell them about that.
Yeah, man. Because what I've done and all the music that I have put out, it's like when you're working with people and you're networking, sometimes you gotta be a little mean. And I hate to say, mean. I'm just saying you have to be firm. You have to be firm with cats, so you won't be taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? So when you're assigned to do something, or you have music to be dropped and you're the boss, you would like for it to go a certain way, but on certain people or certain teamwork, you gotta find a team that you can work with that's gonna work and don't mind taking orders, that don't mind saying, okay, we can do this. Now I put together the street team, we can do this. You know what I'm saying? So you're moving collectively, but you're in a group, but you're the boss. So you're making a conscious decision on your career. Because if this is the music and this is your career you want to go into, then you have to delegate certain people to play roles. You know what I mean? And I don't have a problem, but you need good people in your corner. And you don't need yes men. You know what I mean? You need good people in your corner, like a boxer do. You have to have a good cut man in this corner. You have to have a good team in your corner. So when you go out here shaking and baking and hustling your talent, that you're on the forefront of longevity, or you're trying to put your brand out there so you can get picked up by a bigger brand. It's so many opportunities out here. And traveling sometimes is a blessing, but with the quarantine and everything, it's kind of hard right now. But when things open up, bro, you have to network and be open. Have an open mind, be open, and network with people. I'm not saying do 1,000 features. I'm not saying that. I'm saying be productive.
And make sure the music's hot.
And make sure that you don't have yes men saying everything that you do, yeah, that's hot, yeah, that's dope, and it's really not. So, truth.